really just want you to kind of speak to the benefit of community. One of the values that I have when I think about what I want to do with these conversations, what I want to do with our what we call Broganda, which is a way of merging bros, yoga, and Wakanda all into one word. When we talk about it, we think of it as a a space where we can be really vulnerable, and when we need a brother, we can tap in and be close enough to have some real, impactful conversations. So I was really asking, how are you using those communities to just really be able to, like you said, when the chips are down, guys, we have a lot of surface
Yeah.
conversations. We talk a lot about a whole bunch of nothing a lot of the time. And when there's something that's really in our chest that we need to get off, we struggle. We struggle. Like you said, I think earlier you said, you may not tap in with a brother for a year, and we don't really worry so much about it. We just blow it off. But women may have a very, very different approach to that. Like they may be a little concerned if they haven't talked to one of their homegirls in a year.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just trying to understand how in your world, and maybe it's with the students in Morehouse, but my goal is to figure out ways to build more connectivity with Black men, not just Black men of a certain economic level or a certain age group or a certain, hetero, gay, bi, whatever. All of us, like, how do we find ways to be more connected and to build more authentic relationships? I mean, that's a lot of people think what we do is we just show up on Sunday for yoga. But to me, that's just a tiny part of the connectivity we're trying to create long term. So I'm asking you the same question, like in these communities, where are you able to just be really vulnerable? And when the chips are down, you know that there's someone there you can trust.
Yeah, so thank you for refocusing the question. I got a little emotional as I was thinking about the impact of losing some of the relationships that I had had in previous
Oh,
years.
good.
But to address the question more specifically, one thing that I rely on is just how men tend to interact with each other and when we tend to open up, right? So I know just from being a father, and just from my reading over time, that the best way of getting men to actually connect with each other and to actually be open and honest, to have discussions that they otherwise would not have, is through activity. So as I talked about my gym community, I think one of the reasons why we were able to bond and actually become a real family is because, we were always together and we were always doing things together. So when we're in the throes of physical activity and something else is going on in someone's life, during, in between sets or what have you, during that downtime, it's much more likely that they're going to actually open up about something or feel comfortable. It's almost as if they're disarmed by the activity, right?
Okay.
So again, Broganda is a great model for how this could actually, how this probably does work. And I'm intentional about it with the men's health class too. So we have this boot camp that we do once or twice a semester where, there's no agenda other than we're going to get out, we're going to go to BT Harvey Stadium, and we're going to get a good workout in. In the course of that workout, though, I start asking questions, just, 1-2 word answers or sentences. What's bothering you right now? What do you just want to get off your chest? And, they'll do that in the midst of doing other exercises. And what I have found is that it's a great way of kind of disarming men so that they, will actually talk about the things that they otherwise would just kind of, stuff down inside.